in terms of sort of bringing in some really interesting questions around that cultural innovation journey, given the size of BXP and your role with 40 people in your team alone, how are you instilling this sort of culture of innovation at the company?
Yeah, so first, we are kind of a decentralized organization. We have the 6 markets I mentioned. We have leadership teams that execute for our real estate in all those markets, and then we have a corporate function that holds us all together. So it's a decentralized influence model. I mean, that's just like you have to recognize that we're not like a hierarchical, and you have to, so one thing is like you want ideas to be come from anywhere in the organization, right? I mean, that's better. It's easy to say, but you want them to be fostered from anywhere from in the organization, and then really really navigating the company and being a good listener and fostering dialogue and conversations around tech. So trying to maintain a pulse on everything that we're doing, whether it be in the built environment for new buildings and my team's partnership from the design of the asset all the way through to commissioning, is really important. And then when we do get in something that's kind of bubbling up, like we're doing something on our corporate model right now, it's about then sponsoring the development of that business case and helping the navigation of the discovery process to be the most thoughtful decision for the company from an investment perspective. So, and then I guess the other thing, James, is like you want to demonstrate a record of impact, right? You have a track record that you've done, and you build on that, and you build on that journey. So it's not. There's no secret formula here, but it's about, again, recognizing that we are innovating. We have, we do these bellwether investments as a company. We're thoughtful about it. We communicate that. I'll be on the town hall for the company next month, as a guest, with our CEO and president. And so those kind of conversations are all about what we're doing as a platform, and people are plugged in to what we're doing. So
it seems as if there's, in terms of the narrative and the communication, it's very much, I like that you use the term decentralized something model. What was the bit in the middle?
Well, what's a decentralized influence model? So we have to do, we really have to influence, it's just the conversation through conversation and dialogue about what we're doing. But again, and then it's standing up, specific areas, like I talked about the IAQ working group that we stood up. We have an access control technology working group representing a cross section of the company. It's been up and running that I chair for the last 4 years, about innovation in access control and keeping everyone on the same page. Thought leaders in the company, invested in contributing to our conversation on what we're doing with access control. So those are examples. Another example is, Ben and I are hosting an engineering leadership summit, of all our engineering leads next month in Virginia. So we're pulling everyone in and we're having this structured conversation, not only about how we use data to optimize our operations in our buildings, but how we thinking about the decarbonization challenge of our operations, and what kind of tools are we learning from that we've been piloting and POCing and implementing, to where's our journey ahead for this really important initiative, right? So I'm just giving you examples of frameworks of like how we think about it in a decentralized model and execute on that. So,
but that's the way it should be. In a lot of the keynotes that I deliver, I often say you almost don't want to be an innovation manager or a chief innovation officer, because ultimately it means innovation stops with you. You're creating your own centralized system, which is going to be a massive barrier for you to genuinely innovate. And so I like this term, the decentralized influence model, when everyone is accountable, everybody is standing up, and these idea, and I've heard you speak previously about creating working groups around particular areas. I'm sure a big feeder in terms of this culture of everybody realizing that things can be done differently, and everybody has a voice to be heard and can input in to create this model. So
I'm a facilitator. Grease the skids.
Yeah.